say he was at the museum or whatever it was, the Vibe, some party, right? Well, the infamous party that Biggie was there that night. So, wow, I didn't know that. So this is a surprise, y'all. Like I got this exclusively from this brother right here, brother Ali. So let's rewind this, y'all. Let's go back to you was at the party.
Yeah, at the party with Biggs, like knowing Biggie history is saying, all right, as Big start evolving, like, getting bigger and bigger. But from the beginning, there was times when we came across each other. And it's just a respect. Like Biggs, I know you Diddy artists. We all in a circle of trying to obtain. He knew we was the Young Gunz. We actually did a show with him at Triangle Square. Him and Pop.
Wow.
This is facts. Like we did a show with Tupac.
Hold on, who's we?
The Young Gunz.
The Young Gunz as a group.
As a group.
All right, cool.
We did a show with Biggie and Tupac.
All right, boom. Let's freeze right there. We're going to save that. We're going to put that, we're going to park that. And we're going to go into what we was just talking about.
With Biggie I was out there in L.A. I was actually out there with Hev, who he was living out there. So I was out there chilling with Hev at that time. And when I first seen Big, before this happened, and probably a couple of days before it happened, I seen Biggs in L.A. and it bugged me out. Just from a street perspective, because I just felt like the love for Pop. Like, just because, it just happened, like Pop, it just happened to Pop 6 months prior. I didn't feel like, when I first seen Biggie in L.A., I think it was on, I don't even know what block or whatever, but I seen him, sees, and it's an automatic, we greet each other and all that, but I felt like, why is he here?
What you was doing out there?
I was chilling with Hev.
Oh, okay.
I actually was like Hev, after me and Hev clicked, regardless of what, I end up being somewhat the person that he gonna rely on, like from a street perspective, or like I'm gonna hold you down.
So you was his security friend / friend.
I'll say that.
Like so it's usually like that. You get a heavy hitter to hang with, you know what I'm saying, and become friends with him. So that's cool. So you was out there, you was with Hev, and you ended up being at this party. Did you see Biggie at the party? Did you see him in his VIP section? Did you see what he was doing in his last little moments alive?
Talk, interact, like I said, like this is New York. The energy start changing. So being out in LA, I have never had problems. Like I've been in situ, like have house out there, Crips come through, certain people come through, they got their hammers, whatever. But he never had a problem. Like I never seen no energy that was left towards Hev. I even remember Master P at the time out there. He invited Hev to I Got the Hook Up. He was filming I Got the Hook Up out there. But Biggie, and just at the party, it's their time. So they shining, you feeling good. And we in the cut, enjoying, but because the energy start being the East and West Coast, it's like, it just make you feel like...
Did you feel that type of tension while you was out there?
Nah, I felt it after Big got killed. The night, like once we found out he got murdered, it put me in a zone, bro. Like a zone to where I said to myself, I'm glad we didn't make it.
All right, so let's, hold up. Break. Yo, this is real deep information. This is a surprise. This is like a golden guest, this brother boy here. So tell me, man, where were you actually when you heard Biggie was shot at the time? Because they didn't announce he was dead. They said he was shot. Where were you in that moment?
Okay, in the moment, we received the message from Clark Kent. I was actually walking to another party where it was me having faith. This is the truth. Like I watched the Biggie, the story, but in knowing the facts, it was me having faith. Hev told Faith to go to the hospital. Like at that time, I think Faith and Biggie was a little beefing. Hev is the one who said, Faith, you should go to the hospital. We was on our way up to another party at the Trackmasters. They had rented a mansion out there. So as we going up, Clark Kent comes from nowhere, from somewhere, and he just is like, yo, they killed Biggs.
Wow.
We had left the party. And then seeing it, it was almost like
Yeah, what was that like? What was that moment like for you?
you really couldn't believe it until you go into this man like Trackmaster's mansion and all the New York heads. I believe Mary was in there. Mary, it was a lot of entertainers at this little party, and the energy was 12. Like you just feel everybody like, and the energy to where if you from New York, you are from the East, you wanted to get out of LA.
Wow.
That feeling of seeing the energy down, I wanted some get back. I came up in a, like, I really was so angry to where I'm going, yo,
Who we could kill?
it burnt me like, yo, they really made this a East and West Coast beef, and they just killed Biggs, and he, like, did he, hell no, he didn't deserve that. And now they making the East Coast West. I'm from the East, fam.
Wow.
I'd rather go lay them down. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. That's how I felt. And leaving LA that Monday,
This is deep.
yo, I said to myself, I'm glad we didn't make it. Because out of anybody in the industry, I didn't want to come across with Suge Knight at that time. He was very arrogant, and he just was a person that I know we gonna have a problem. Like, the energy is gonna not be received because you're a tyrant, or you got an image that is like, yo, I'm a tyrant, I'm a brute, I'm an enforcer. Yo, fam, it can happen to anybody.
Right.
Certain energy, and you know, that was a person, and I look back during that time, and I say, yo, I'm glad we didn't make it. Cause is it worth it? You accomplish some goals, and then they murder you, like, all for what? Like,
Yo, man, yo, I tell you, bro. Yo, to all my followers and everybody out there, I did not know this brother had this information. This guest right here, this is only part one. I'm gonna tell you, this is going to be 3-part series because the stuff that I had written down for this brother to ask, I ain't even get to that. This is like so organic that we tripped on this nugget right here. So I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. This is Stone. This is a gem. This brother Ali got so much information. I didn't know he had this information. He actually got a book. I hope he got a book out. Oh, he trying to promote something because we definitely gonna get him something out here because he got so much information and it's valid. This brother is who he is. You know what I'm saying? He's solidified. He rock solid. So let's keep going. That was so much that I got my head kind of spinning. So I'm like, damn, that was a lot. I can take that information right there and I could turn this into so much things. So we're going to give the audience what they want because I know what they want. I can think for them now I got you here and I'm vibing with you. I know what they want to know now. So after that situation occurred and you going through what you're going through in the industry and so let's take it to Puff, right? What was Puff's relationship like with Wolf? A lot of people would want to know about Wolf.
Wolf is to me, you look at Puff, strategic. It's a strategic move for Puff to have Wolf here at that time because he was well respected. He had a street with reputation that solidified him from the burning.
Was Wolf there that night when Biggie got killed?
Was Wolf there? I don't believe so. I don't remember even talking to Wolf during that time. So I even seen Wolf. So and like I know for a fact that every time we see each other in the presence, we always speak eye and eye. We understand. We know what it is. Like it was always a respect there, And I look at Wolf because I don't know if Puff really knew that brother as far as they grew up. I don't know the story behind it, but I know that was a good defensive move for Diddy. Because coming up, and the burden energy was a little overwhelming. Wolf was respected. He's from Idlewild, the Valley, them areas in the Bronx, and he had a name, he had a reputation.
So let me ask you this question then. So, you don't think Wolf was there. So, you was with a heavy entourage, right? So, did Heavy have a specific entourage out there with him?
It was Heb and I.
It's you and Heb? So, did you see the entourage that Biggie had out there with him? Did you run across him while he was out there?
Biggs in his team, they had numbers. Bad Boy had numbers. You know, when I seen them, it ain't like a lot of times even in moving around. That was the difference. I'm in Cali. I'm in the Beverly Hills Center of Dolo. So I said, nah, maybe because nobody know me, but I'm coming outside and I move a certain way. So even though I'm in Cali, I'm Dolo. Big in them, they got an entourage. You got entourages. The perception of a bad boy or this, you know, that's the whole part of the whole movement. So they always had numbers. So in seeing numbers, just to accept, it's like accept son getting murdered. That was a tough one.
So how long did you stay after that? When you...
Left immediately. That's when LA, I made up my mind like, Have, nah, I'm out. Because I had an opportunity to stay out there with Have, you know.
What was Heavy saying when he found out?
It's almost like Have ain't, he wasn't that street, but he knew it was sour, man. That was just a sour thing to happen. Because him even meeting Biggs and knowing Biggs, and just as you develop relationships, like who wants that for a person?
Did everybody feel like at that time, because I know where I was at when I heard Biggie died, I was in jail. I was in the jail cell. And immediately I thought, Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? That's what my vibe was. I was like, Suge got that done. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, he ain't got no other enemies out there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, LA love his music, like the crowd, the fans. And I was like, the only person to do that was probably Suge. That's what my mind said. That with everybody else feeling like that, I know people couldn't say it